Every wild animal on Earth carries a silent alarm system, running 24/7. One question echoes in its brain: is this human going to kill me? And almost always, the answer is yes. But once in a while, something breaks the ancient rule. A trapped animal stops fighting for its life, turns toward the human, and just looks. This is the story of that strange, unexplained moment. When a wild animal gets trapped, its body doesn't just panic. It enters a state of biological terror most humans will never understand. Cortisol explodes in the bloodstream. Adrenaline surges to levels that would kill us if sustained. The heart races, muscles lock solid, pupils blow wide open. It's not just fear. It's a full-body commitment to survival, or death. Then the human arrives. To the animal, this isn't rescue. This is the most dangerous predator on the planet, arriving at the worst possible second. So why does the violent thrashing sometimes suddenly stop? December 2005, Farallon Islands, off California. A 50-ton female humpback whale is fighting for her life, tangled in thick ropes and 12 heavy crab traps dragging her underwater. 4 divers enter the freezing water with knives. Any sudden movement from her tail could kill them instantly. The moment they approach, the massive whale stops moving completely. For the next hour, she holds perfectly still at the surface. She even slowly rotates her body and adjusts her fins, giving the divers better access to the ropes. When the final line is cut, she doesn't flee. She swims in wide, gentle circles around the divers, and one by one, nudges each of them softly with her jaw. Researchers still hesitate to call it gratitude, but they have no better word for what they witnessed. This is the moment that breaks everything we think we know. The rigid, locked body softens, the desperate thrashing ends, and the animal turns and looks directly at the human. In Yellowstone, a wolf in a steel trap lunged and snapped at every person who came near. Pure rage and terror. Until one researcher stopped moving and simply held calm, steady eye contact. Minutes later, the wolf stopped lunging, sat down, and stared back. When the trap opened, it didn't run immediately. It looked at the man, then disappeared into the forest. Scientists call this suspension of threat response. The animal's brain is frantically searching its evolutionary database for a threat pattern: fast movement, aggression, killing intent. But the human is doing something the animal has no template for, moving slowly, calmly, touching the trap instead of the flesh. The ancient alarm system glitches. It has no instruction for this. We've seen versions of this across species. Juvenile elephants in Kenya, reaching out with their incredibly sensitive trunks, making slow, deliberate contact after rescue. Wolves watching their rescuers' hands with focused attention. Humpbacks repositioning their own bodies to help. These aren't random reactions. These animals have some of the most advanced brains on the planet. So what is actually happening in that quiet, eerie moment? Is the animal feeling relief, recognizing help, or has its survival programming simply paused because it encountered something completely new? The honest truth, we still don't know. What we do know is that in certain highly intelligent animals, the normal rules of predator and prey temporarily break down when a human behaves in a way their brain cannot categorize as danger. And after freedom, some don't run right away. They stay. They watch. They make contact that serves no survival purpose. Maybe we're projecting our own emotions. Or maybe, just maybe, in that single look, something real is passing between two very different minds. Science is getting closer. Better neuroimaging, long-term tracking, more documented rescues. One day we may have clearer answers. But even the researchers who study this for decades keep the question open. Because that moment, when a trapped animal stops fighting and really looks at us, feels like it sits at the edge of something ancient, mysterious, and profoundly moving. Next time you see a rescue video, don't just watch the freedom. Watch for that quiet moment. The moment the struggle ends, the body softens, and the wild animal looks straight into the eyes of its rescuer. In that look might be one of the most powerful unanswered questions in nature. Because in the end, we aren't just saving them. Sometimes, it feels like they're seeing us too.